how in a lot of the Godzilla movies I've seen, when the USA comes and intervenes, they're like, "Yeah, USA," pretty much.
Right.
They're like fucking kissing her ass. That girl is fucking hot, though. When they bring over,
Yeah.
who can speak some English. And then I watched 2014 Godzilla. I watched for the first half, but I fell asleep.
Oh, the American one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not good.
I only fucking wanted to watch it because I love
the last 20 minutes at the end is pretty decent, but it's a fucking chore to get to.
Yeah, I heard that it was really rough to get through. I haven't even watched it yet.
Then I started a series called The Booth at the End. That seems like it's gonna be really cool.
Haven't heard of that.
It's some dude that sits in a diner and he can promise things, but these people got to do tasks, and there's like 8 different people that come in and they all want something. Like one dude has to fucking kill a young girl to get what he wants to save his boy from cancer.
It's kind of like Needful Things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
It sounds cool. I watched the first 2 episodes. Started Deadwood. First season was
good.
First episode was good.
Good.
Yeah, that's all I've gotten through so far is the first episode. I need to.
Yeah, we
sit down
watched
and
that
watch.
together like a year ago.
Yeah, I need to watch the whole season.
I've always loved that dude in Tombstone, Wild Bill Curly. Is that what his name was?
Curly Bill?
Curly Bill?
Powers Booth?
Yeah, Powers Booth is he's cool.
Powers Booth is always cool. He's just especially cool in Deadwood. Cy Tolliver is like a rotten motherfucker. He's a bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deadwood's my favorite show. It's perfect. All of the characters, ancillary, main, even people who are just involved for like an episode or two, are engaging and like well portrayed and acted and developed.
Yeah.
The writing is second to none.
Only 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's
I was just
a
about to ask how many
travesty.
seasons.
HBO.
Did they end it like a good end?
It wraps things up.
Okay, that's good. In the way Boardwalk did, where they just had to hurry up.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But the crowd response wasn't great. People didn't get it. The dialogue is too difficult for a lot of people to understand. Just that old speak and the way that it's written.
That bad.
Well, it gets a lot more
okay.
like the monologues get like super long, and it's written in like diamic pentameter, and
Sounds like a guitar scale.
it's just like a way of writing, like verse, in just the way that like it flows and whatnot. But yeah, just everything about that show is perfect.
Sweet.
The costumes, the locations.
I'm looking forward to finishing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to I got the first season. I need to like sit down and actually watch it.
And the only other movie I can remember watching is Desperation.
And, the Stephen King?
Yeah, I never seen it. I love the book.
That's one with Ron Perlman, right?
And he's perfectly cast as Ollie. And the entire first half, it went along with the book almost perfect. And then, of course, with an adaptation of King, the ending sucked. Or who would have figured?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
King himself has a hard time with endings.
Yeah.
Here and there.
yeah, he does.
A lot of ambiguity, a lot of just like, oh, I had a great idea and a lot of cool stuff, but I don't know what to do with this.
The ending that wasn't an ending that I always loved was The Mist, the book, where they're just fucking...
Oh, where they just drive away?
Yeah, they're just in a hotel room.
Note?
They're just in a hotel room
They
at the
leave
end.
a note on the front desk and drive away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ending was pretty good, but
No,
the movie
ending crushes it.
Yeah, so the movie ending just
Even
dominates
Stephen
it.
King said he wished he would have wrote that ending.
Yeah.
And then that's coming out to a TV series, so hopefully that doesn't suck.
That's
Speaking of Stephen King, did you guys watch the It trailer?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the most watched trailer of all time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think it's going to be great, but it's got to be better
every
than
year things just like trump what happened earlier, though. Like, box office records don't even matter anymore because people just go out in droves to see whatever whatever they push in their fucking faces enough on TV.
I just hope that Beverly fucks all those kids in the...
Yeah,
I
think they said that they're not going to be able to do that one.
Of course, there's not going to be the fucking
The
gang bang. Ain't no gangbang like a fucking middle
That's
school
not an orgy,
gangbang.
dude. That's a gangbang.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they each took... Well, I mean, a gangbang...
An orgy is...
They, like, someone would be in her butt and her mouth, too.
Yeah, but if it was an orgy, some of those kids would be fucking... The boys would be fucking
each other.
Yeah.
So I just...
Right, a train, basically.
Yeah, it's a train. It's like
Yeah.
when the women, like the porn star ladies have like 500 dudes or whatever, except it's only
Yeah,
6.
I hate that we get political sometimes, but we need to change the subject.
But yeah, I was just gonna say, what did you think of the trailer in general?
The trailer's cool. I guarantee this movie is gonna be better than the original because the original was
yeah.
dog
Well, yeah,
shit.
the original is really
Dog shit.
subpar.
The kid stuff, the first part was okay. Then
all the 60s stuff. And,
Yeah, that was
or
okay.
The 50s stuff, and like any time that Tim Curry's not on screen, that movie is just like.
Yeah.
The guy that played Henry Bowers did a good job. In this.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the stutter.
No, that was
the guy with the switchblade.
Oh
the
yeah,
boy.
yeah, Henry. Yeah, the fucking bad guy, right?
The bad guy.
Yeah.
And like even the grown-up one did a good job.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, this trailer, definitely I've seen clips of things that they refute, like they never did in the actual TV adaptation, like the house on Nebolt Street and the black spot and shit like that. So I was like, all right, I'm in.
What is that?
Is this
For
the battery
I
cover
fucking
for that?
hope so. That'd be great. Oh, it is.
God damn you.
Fuck yeah. So if this falls on the ground and breaks, at least the battery will stay in. Oh, this doesn't even.
So anyway, I've been watching.
Here we go. That's that right there.
No, this.
Oh, okay, that ain't bad.
Now I watched at work. We watch a lot of stuff, and we watched Cujo the other day, and like
You hate that.
I don't
Oh.
like it very much.
Oh.
Nice pause there.
That was a cliffhanger.
Right.
D. Wallace is really great in it.
Yeah.
Like really great.
Jonathan from.
From Who's the Boss?
Who's the boss?
Yeah, that kid does a decent job, but the movie is just I don't know. It's really disappointing, especially the end. The end is totally neutered.
Yeah, I got you.
Wow, this is like the King cast
I
today.
actually think
Cujo
had full access to his balls, but
I want to say that like one of the dogs that played Cujo in the movie, like while they were shooting, died on set or something.
Really?
Maybe like the main
you
dog.
can't. Yeah, you can't count on dogs. Saint Bernards.
And in the scene where like the kid bites her while she's trying to like stop him from having the seizure, he actually bit her, and that
No shit.
yeah, that reaction is real.
Sweet.
But yeah, she also Dee Wallace also said she never wanted to see another Ford Pinto again, like ever in her life. Rewatch The Good Son.
I haven't seen
Macaulay
that in forever.
Culkin and Elijah Wood. That movie fucking rules.
I need to
It's
rewatch
really
that.
good. Like the acting's great, the story is really cool. The locations that they found are just awesome. Like the cliffside that they keep shooting on, and like the house that they live in on the water is really great.
The only part I remember from that was like the bridge over the expressway. If I
Oh
remember
yeah,
correctly.
that dude. I love the way that movie escalates because it starts off so small. They just do like some innocent little thing, and then pretty soon they're killing dogs and throwing dummies off the overpass
Yeah.
and fucking trying to kill their sister. It's just like it gets really fucked up. And in preparation for the creature feature episode,
Cringeworthy.
I watched a few creature features.
What is the difference between a monster movie and a creature feature? Someone posted that. I was like, it's featuring a creature. I wanted to write that, but
Yeah,
never.
it's pretty easy. But
Sorry, Scott. I'm just fucking with you.
I watched It, The Terror from Beyond Space. Awesome sci-fi creature movie from the 50s. Guy in a rubber suit. Super cool. Millennium Bug.
You watched that again?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it sucked.
And it held up, and I liked it,
didn't
still.
hold shit.
I liked it still.
Oh, it was so lame.
It's not like great, but it has a lot of gore in it, and the creature effects are cool, and I don't know.
The
It's
creature
cool.
effects are debatable.
It's cool and it's different. And
Hold on a sec. All right, so you're saying that movie sucked?
No,
What did
it
you
was,
watch after that?
It was good. I watched a Russian remake of an older Russian film from the 50s called The V, but the remake is called Forbidden Empire. It's really
I've seen. I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking
yeah, it's really good. Lots of CGI, but it's mostly good-looking CGI. Really cool story. Kind of faithful to the original, but not exactly. I don't know. Definitely worth a watch if you're into like dark fantasy stuff. I rewatched Gene Roland's Night of the Hunted. It's maybe the weirdest and most atypical Gene Roland film, and calling it the weirdest is saying something because Gene made some really, really odd surrealistic films, and this one reminds me a lot, in a way, of Shivers. They Came From Within. Just because of the setting. Oh, that was weird. I put my arm up, but it made it sound different. Anyway, the setting is in a high-rise apartment building, like in They Came From Within, and there's a lot of sexuality, like that movie. So those are really the only things that... But it's just, I don't know, it reminded me of that for those reasons, I guess. If you like Gene Roland, that's pretty much mandatory viewing. I watched The Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I do too. It's cool. The effects are really cool. Robert Englund's a ham. Most of it is set in, like, Gothic London.
The worst era.
Oh shut up.
I love Gothic horror, so this one just appeals to me based on that alone.
And it's underrated. It's so underrated too. I don't hear many people talk about it.
No, most people like just totally denounce it, and Robert Englund just doesn't get any attention outside of the for Nightmare on Elm Street movies,
right? Which is unfortunate.
Well, then he's in something like The Mangler around the same era.
The Mangler's cool.
I didn't like it.
I like The Mangler.
Yeah.
It's violent as fuck.
It's got Ted Levine.
Ted Levine's in it. We were just talking about Ted Levine earlier.
Yeah. Hope he doesn't.
Oh, Ted Levine's here.
Hope Maroon 5 don't break up.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
I watched Howard Phillips Lovecraft Historical Society's version of Call of Cthulhu. They did like a...
Is that the black and white one?
Yeah, the black
and
white
with
silent
with
one.
a gay dude?
Huh?
There's a Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, it was like a... yeah. I think that's what the title was, but it's about a gay guy.
No, this one's an adaptation of the story.
Mm.
And it's made by the Howard Phillips Lovecraft Historical Society. Why would they make a movie about a gay guy?
Well, hold on. I want to make sure that I'm...
Anyway, it's like, it's black and white, and it's made to be like a silent film, and it uses a lot of stop motion and cool sets and whatnot.
Do they actually show Cthulhu in that?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Cool stop motion Cthulhu. Not much, only for a few seconds.
That's something that needs to happen.
There needs to be a Cthulhu movie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, fucking Del Toro has been teasing us with
Mountains of Madness.
Mountains of Madness for years. So
yeah,
2007 Cthulhu is the title.
It's just called Cthulhu.
Yeah, he's a gay guy.
Okay. I watched a bunch of episodes of Twilight Zone. I had a
That's cool.
Mini Twilight Zone marathon.
Pretty cool. The 80s or the 50s?
The 50s.
Okay.
I watched specific episodes. I watched one called The Night Call. It's about this old woman who keeps getting phone calls at night, and the phone company can't trace them, and then they do trace them to a down power line in a cemetery, and she goes and sees that it's like the grave of her dead fiance. Super cool, creepy as fuck.
What's the fucking the storyteller dude's name? Who is that guy again?
In Jim Henson storyteller?
No.
Oh, Rod Serling?
Yeah, Rod Serling.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Yankee announcer.
Yeah, it's Rod Serling. He wrote a lot of them too, and he had Richard Matheson write a few of them as well, which is, I mean, just one of the millions of reasons to love the Twilight Zone.
Is the 80s revision good?
It's okay. It's not even the best anthology series of the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
So I also watched the Hitchhiker episode, which was basically aped completely by Creepshow 2.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah, it's about a young lady who's driving cross country, and she keeps seeing the same hitchhiker over and over and over again.
I think I've seen that one.
It turns out that she's been dead the whole time. It's kind of Carnival of Souls. And the next thing that I watched was Carnival of Souls, and that's actually what led me to watch all the Twilight Zone movies.
Okay.
Episodes was that I watched Carnival of Souls.
Did you see the remake mid-90s or so? Larry, shit.
Somebody remade Carnival of Souls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I have to talk about it, but I just wanted to...
No, well, the original is really good. Herc Harvey's movie fucking rules. Like, tons of creepy atmosphere and imagery. And, yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the best horror films of the 60s, without question.
Larry Miller is in it. Shawnee Smith's in it, too, who's also in The Blob.
Yeah, also in The Blob. Little...
Foreshadowing,
Well,
I guess.
no, it's not. A little overlap here. I also watched
Foreshadowing into the podcast.
one of my favorite movies by my favorite director, The Brood.
Well, that's a Cronenberg.
It's
not that good. I didn't really.
I love it. It's really cool.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like